over the multifaceted challenges confronting the nation. He implored the Chief of Defense Staff to honor the families of the slain soldiers, just as President Bola Tinubu has accorded them with posthumous national commendations. Meanwhile, the Nigerian Army has declared 8 persons wanted over the killing of 17 of its personnel on March 14 in Delta State. The wanted list was disclosed on the Army's X account today. The 8 persons include 7 men and 1 woman. Recall that President Bola Tinubu pressed for the immediate arrest and prosecution of all those who had a hand in the killing of the 17 soldiers. In the meantime, there are reports that the military has finally released a detained Lagos-based journalist. The journalist, identified as Segun Olatunji, was the editor of First News and was abducted 2 weeks ago at his home in Lagos. The military was said to have released him after much pressure from media stakeholders. While his incarceration was heavily criticized by the Nigeria Guild of Editors, the military were given the guarantee that Olatunji would be produced anytime is needed. Still on security, the Nigerian Financial Intelligence Unit, NFIU, says not less than 27 sleeper cells belonging to the proscribed Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB, are currently operating in 22 countries across the globe. This revelation was made by the unit in its recently published counterterrorism newsletter. According to the NFIU, it said the US and the UK housed a larger part of the identified sleeper cells. The cells, which have been traced to 54 different individuals, are said to operate with different bank accounts as funded by dozens of contributors. In another development, ahead of the coming Easter celebration in Nigeria, some 35,000 Civil Defense Corps have been deployed across the country. Corps Commandant of the NSCDC, Ahmed Audu, said the personnel were deployed to ensure a hitch-free Easter celebration. In a statement by spokesman for the Corps, Babawale Afolabi, the deployed officers would provide watertight security during the period. Members of the public have been implored to cooperate with security operatives. Still to come in this bulletin, PDP drops 2 governorship aspirants in Ondo State. Stay with us.
You're listening to Drive Time News on Adamimogo 105.1 FM, IBADAN.
Thanks for staying with us on the Drive Time News. For inquiries, breaking news, and more, please call or text our news desk on 070-349-61615. Now to the rest of the news. About 400 cases of privacy breaches by loan apps is currently under investigation. Nigeria Data Protection Commission, NDPC, revealed this in its annual report made available to newsmen today. The commission, through the ongoing searchlight, found out that the loan apps have been very intrusive. The NDPC says it is now seeking to ban or restrict numbers used by lenders to violate the privacy of loan applicants. In Abuja, there are reports that the Board of Trustees of the Labour Party have taken over the party. Chairman of the BOT, Sylvester Ejiofor, disclosed this today, saying the board took the decision following the expiration of the national chairman's tenure, Julius Abure, and the charade that saw him re-elected as the national chairman. The move seems to have signaled a new dimension to the internal problems of the party. Recall that Julius Abure was returned national chairman of the Labour Party at its convention that held in Nnewi, Anambra State, yesterday. Its emergence seems not to sit well with some key members of LP. Meanwhile, the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, had announced that it did not monitor that convention. In another party matter, the People's Democratic Party, PDP, has given its nod to 5 of the 7 aspirants contesting the Ondo State governorship primary elections scheduled for April 25. The 2 unnamed aspirants were reportedly disqualified on grounds of litigation surrounding their documentation. Recall that the one-day screening exercise was held at the party's national secretariat under the supervision of a former governor of Ebonyi State, Senator Sam Egu. And finally, on Drive Time News, the 313 terrorist suspects recently released in Borno State were given their freedom based on court orders. Director, Defense Media Operations, Edward Buba, clarified this today following a wave of criticism by some Nigerians that their release was wrong. According to him, the suspects were detained on suspicion, but no crime could be pinned on them. The suspects have been handed over to the Borno State government for further action. And that's Drive Time News on Adamimogo 105.1 FM IBADAN. Before you go, the top stories again. It was in this bulletin that the Senate Chief Whip Ali Ndume has admonished Nigerians to unite against insecurity. He spoke on the backdrop of the buried army personnel who were killed in Delta State on March 14. You heard that not less than 35,000 personnel of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps NSCDC have been deployed across Nigeria ahead of the coming Easter celebration. And the screening committee of the People's Democratic Party PDP has disqualified 2 of the 7 aspirants contesting the Ondo State governorship primary elections scheduled for April 25. And that's Drive Time News, edited and read by Fortune Omosola. Thanks for listening. Good afternoon.
Join us in the rhythm of life as we bring you the latest, the coolest, and the most happening moments in town. We are the heartbeat of Ibadan. Adamimogo 105.1 FM, the voice of the light. Our voice is your light, shining light to the city of Ibadan. Adamimogo FM 105.1, the voice of the light. In the realm of politics, we stand unbiased, bringing you the stories that matter, the voices that shape policies, and the debates that define our democracy. Stay tuned as we navigate the political landscape, empowering you with knowledge. Adamimogo FM, your trusted political guide. Adamimogo 105.1 FM, voice of the light.
105.1 FM, Lembo, Emagbe kúrò níbẹ̀ o, ẹ jẹ́ kó máa lọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Ẹ bá mi yí sókè kájọ máa gbọ́. Adamimogo FM. Ìkànnì tó táwọn yọ. Oh yeah. Adamimogo. Oh na. Ìkànnì tó táwọn yọ. Mọ́mí ọ̀dà kì í ẹ máa gbọ́. Adamimogo. Brothers and sisters ẹ máa gbọ́. Ìkànnì tó táwọn yọ. Ìgboro ìlú Ìbàdàn la wà. Adamimogo. Mọ́kànlá láti gbé. Ìkànnì tó táwọn yọ. Ẹ má gbé kúrò níbẹ̀. Adamimogo. Ẹ fi sílẹ̀ síbẹ̀. Ìkànnì tó táwọn yọ. Délé dára máa ló ń pè dé. Adamimogo 105.1 FM. Ìkànnì tó táwọn yọ. Adamimogo. Adamimogo.
They call me VJ Adamimogo. When I shine, you shine.
When I cry, you be there from the start. It's been sugar and lime. When I started a rhyme, I put my job on the line. Should I talk at a beat or should I take my time? Through the thunder and rain, through the glamour and fame, you stood by my side. Now let's dance in the rain. I swear I do this for you, but also do it for me. I know I can't repay you. God bless you for me. Shout out to my fans, they my family tree. Thank you for the love and believing in me. People rise and fall, it don't bother me. I've been rapping my hood till you death of me. So keep the light shining, keep the fire burning. There's no backing down. We're grinding till the morning. It's like the fight for the top. Let's see who died for the spot. Let's see who waits to be called. Let's see who